In a world where magic is forbidden and hunted without mercy, a single name strikes fear into the hearts of the regime: the Crimson Moth. She is a whisper in the shadows, a rebel cloaked in mystery, the symbol of hope for the oppressed witches of the kingdom. But no one knows the truth. The Crimson Moth is 17-year-old Rune, a girl who has spent her life running, hiding, and surviving in a world that wants her dead. Now she is ready to fight back. What Rune doesn't know is that her most dangerous enemy isn't the soldiers at her door, but a boy with a haunted past, a wicked smile, and a secret that could shatter everything she believes in. From the very first page, Heartless Hunter pulls you into a dark, intoxicating world where danger and desire walk hand in hand. The kingdom of Zalandov is ruled by the Order, an elite group of witch hunters sworn to cleanse the land of magic. To be born with magic is to be born with a death sentence. Rune has learned this lesson well. She hides her powers, carefully playing the part of a quiet, orphaned girl while secretly running the most dangerous rebellion the kingdom has ever known. She has watched her people burn, her friends vanish, and her dreams wither under the boots of the Order. But she has never given up, not until she meets Gideon Sharpe. Gideon is the Order's golden boy, a prodigy, a ruthless witch hunter, and the adopted son of the High Inquisitor himself. He is charming, brilliant, and utterly cold, or so the world believes. When Gideon is tasked with hunting down the Crimson Moth, he expects a coward, a monster, hiding behind masks and shadows. What he finds is Rune, and what begins as a mission turns into something far more dangerous. A game of cat and mouse laced with secrets and longing where the hunter is not the only one with a target on his back. As Rune dives deeper into her rebellion, she discovers there is more to Gideon than his title. He is not the loyal soldier she believed. He carries scars old and deep from a life twisted by power and pain. He sees her not as a threat, but as someone like him, someone broken and burning with the desire to change the world. But trust is a deadly game, and the line between love and betrayal is razor thin. Rune cannot afford to let her heart waver, not when so many lives depend on her, not when the Order is closing in. Kristen Ciccarelli crafts a vivid, brutal world where magic bleeds from the shadows and rebellion smolders in secret corners. Rune's journey is one of heartbreak and resilience, a desperate fight for survival in a world that has turned love into a weakness and truth into treason. Through bloodied battles and stolen kisses, Rune and Gideon are drawn into each other's orbit, unable to escape the gravity of their shared pain and impossible dreams. Rune is not a typical heroine. She is fierce, flawed, and filled with rage. She has lost too much to care about rules. She steals poisons, lies, and fights with the desperation of someone who has nothing left. Yet beneath her armor is a girl who still dreams of freedom, who still aches for connection. Her evolution throughout the story is both gut-wrenching and inspiring, as she learns what it means to lead, not with fear, but with hope. Gideon is equally complex. Raised by the High Inquisitor, he has been groomed to be heartless, to believe that magic is evil, and that witches deserve their fate. But beneath his cold exterior is a boy haunted by doubt, a boy who remembers the cries of the innocent, a boy who sees in Rune not a monster but a mirror. His struggle to reconcile the truth with the lies he's been fed is one of the most compelling arcs in the book. Together, Rune and Gideon become a storm. Their chemistry crackles with danger and desire. Their conversations are laced with tension and vulnerability. Every glance is a risk, every touch a betrayal waiting to happen. Yet they cannot stay away. In each other they find something unexpected: hope. But hope is a dangerous thing in Zalandov. The world-building in Heartless Hunter is rich and immersive, Ciccarelli paints a chilling picture of a kingdom ruled by fear where children are taught to betray and neighbors are forced to burn their friends. Magic is feared not for what it can do, but for what it represents: freedom. The order maintains control through propaganda and terror, manipulating history and truth to justify its cruelty. Against this backdrop, Rune's rebellion is not just a fight for magic. It is a fight for truth, for memory, for the right to exist. The supporting characters add further depth to the story. From Rune's fiercely loyal allies in the Crimson Moth to Gideon's conflicted comrades in the Order, each character is layered and memorable. They reflect the larger themes of the book: choice, loyalty, sacrifice. Everyone in Heartless Hunter is forced to choose between safety and courage, between the lies they know and the truth that could destroy them. The pacing of the novel is relentless. Secrets unravel, betrayals strike, and the tension never lets up. Every chapter ends with a pulse-pounding twist or a tender moment that leaves you desperate to know what happens next. Ciccarelli's prose is sharp and elegant, drawing you in with its rhythm and emotion. She doesn't shy away from pain, but she also never lets it win. There is beauty in the scars of her characters, in the strength they find through suffering. At its core, Heartless Hunter is a story about power. Who has it, who takes it, and who gets to define it? It questions the nature of good and evil, the cost of obedience, and the price of love. Through Rune and Gideon, it explores what happens when the hunter and the hunted begin to question everything they've been taught, when love becomes a rebellion, and rebellion becomes a lifeline. By the time you reach the end of the book, you are left breathless. The stakes are higher, the betrayals sharper, and the truths more devastating than you ever imagined. Rune must face choices that will change everything, and Gideon must decide what kind of man he wants to be. The world teeters on the edge of war, and the final pages promise that the storm is only beginning. Heartless Hunter is a fierce, thrilling, and deeply emotional tale that grips you from the first line and refuses to let go. It is for readers who love enemies to lovers stories filled with moral complexity, brutal regimes, and a heroine who burns down the world rather than bow to it. Kristen Ciccarelli has crafted a story that will haunt you, stay with you, and make you hunger for the next chapter. If you're searching for an audiobook that will captivate your heart and ignite your imagination, this is it. Heartless Hunter is not just a book, it's a call to rise, a story of fire, rebellion, and impossible love that dares you to believe that even in the darkest place, a spark can still survive. If you want to listen, full audiobook for free. Link in description. Thank you.